Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to just find an article on the internet, break it down really quick for you guys, and just find the highlights from it regarding one of these shootings. Because I want to show you the logic I use to break it down. It's just simple common sense. It's really easy. A lot of people don't understand where it's coming from. They think when I say it, oh, you're just repeating bootlicking bullshit. Nah, here you go. Alright, go look at this. I'm just going to tell you right off the bat why it's bullshit. So first of all, just looking at it, we got quotes from Kamala Harris and Elizabeth Warren, right? Both of them are stating that Michael was murdered, which is incorrect. The facts, this is just the story, all right? Now, you listen to the story. Let me read it really quick to you because it's important right here. So, there's a little dispute about how the tragedy started. At midday, Brown and his friend Dorian Johnson went to the Ferguson Market and Liquor. Brown, who was 6 feet 4 inches tall and weighed 290 pounds, reached across the counter, seized packages of cigarillos, and shoved the clerk, who notified police. Sounds like a robbery, right? Shoplifting, robbery. You know, it's a strong-armed robbery, okay? Wilson initially encountered the pair when they were walking in the middle of the street, and he told them to get on the sidewalk. He then realized that they were suspects in the robbery he had heard on the police radio and backed his vehicle, an SUV, to stop them from walking any farther. Brown then reached through the open driver's window and punched and grabbed Wilson, according to the report. Like, alright. Okay. There were numerous witnesses deemed credible by investigators. Others were found not to be credible because their accounts were inconsistent or did not match the forensic evidence. Wait till you hear these accounts, guys. They're insane. We will let their accounts, taken from the Justice Department report, tell the rest of the story. Some testified reluctantly, with one recounting signs on the street where Brown was shot that said "snitches get stitches." Witness 102, a 27-year-old biracial man, which somehow is relevant to the Washington Post. Brown was wrestling through the window, but he was unable to see what Wilson was doing. After a few seconds, Witness 102 heard a gunshot. Witness 102 thought that he had just witnessed the murder of a police officer because of a few seconds passed before Wilson emerged from the SUV. Brown had tried to grab Wilson's gun. That should just be period. End of article right there. Brown tried to grab Wilson's gun. Lethal force justified. Period. Should start it with that. But ended up getting shot in one of his hands, the report said. Autopsy results in bullet trajectory skin from Brown's palm on the outside of the SUV door, as well as Brown's DNA on the inside of the driver's door, corroborate Wilson's account that during the struggle, Brown used his right hand to grab and attempt to control Wilson's gun. They also left out the fact that there was actually DNA on Wilson's gun from Michael Brown. So he touched his gun. There was proof of that. That is proof that he tried to grab his gun. And then he was shot because of it, which is proper use of force. Moving on. Witness 103, a 58-year-old black man. The witness saw Brown punching Wilson at least 3 times in the facial area through the open driver's window of the SUV. So he didn't just punch him once, he punched him 3 times. Okay. Witness 103 described Wilson as Brown as having hold of each other's shirts, but Brown was getting in a couple of blows. Wilson was leaning back towards the passenger seat with his forearm up in an effort to block the blows. Then Witness 103 heard a gunshot and Brown took off running. Witness 104. A 26-year-old biracial woman. The witness heard 2 gunshots. She looked out the front window and saw Brown at the driver's window of the Wilson's SUV. Witness 104 knew that Brown's arms were inside the SUV, but she could not see what Brown and Wilson were doing because Brown's body was blocking her view. Witness 104 saw Brown run from the SUV, followed by Wilson, who hopped out of the SUV and ran after him while yelling, "Stop, stop, stop." Okay. Witness 102. Wilson then chased Brown with his gun drawn, but not pointed at Brown, until Brown abruptly turned around at a nearby driveway. Witness 102 explained that it made no sense to him why Brown turned around. Brown did not get on the ground or put his hands up and surrender. Brown was made some type of movement similar to pulling his pants up or a shoulder shrug, and then charged at Wilson. Fuck. He saw Brown moving fast toward Wilson. Another witness, right? Wilson did not fire his gun as Brown ran from him. Brown then turned around and for a second began to raise his hands as though he may have considered surrendering, but then quickly balled up in fists in a running position and charged at Wilson. Witness 104 described it as a tackle run, explaining that Brown wasn't going to stop. Wilson fired his gun only as Brown charged at him, backing up as Brown came toward him. Witness 105, 50-year-old black woman. Wilson told Brown to get down, but Brown did not comply. Instead, Brown put his hands down in a running position. Witness 105 could not tell whether Brown was charging at Wilson or whether his plan was to run past Wilson. But either way, Brown was running toward Wilson. Wilson only shot at Brown when Brown was moving toward him. Witness 108, a 74-year-old black man. This man, a reluctant witness, confided to a friend that he would have fucking shot that boy too. In saying so, Witness 108 mimicked an aggressive stance with his hands out in front of him as though he was about to charge. He did not come forward to police, but detectives tracked him down and he reluctantly explained that Wilson told Brown to stop or get down at least 10 times, but instead Brown charged at Wilson. So far, most of the witnesses have been on the side of the officer, right? It's pretty crazy that the Washington Post would even post those. 104, Wilson did not fire while Brown momentarily had his hands up. Witness 104 explained that it took some time for Wilson to fire, adding that she would have fired sooner. Wilson only fired shots when Brown was coming toward Wilson. It appeared to Witness 102 that Wilson's life was in jeopardy. Moving on. Witness 102 said that he wanted to bring closure to Brown's family, so they would not think that the officer got away with murdering their son. Witness 105. She explained that she was coming forward because in speaking with her neighbors, she realized that what they had believed happened was inconsistent with what actually happened. She further explained that she had not been paying attention to the media accounts and had been unaware of the inaccuracies being reported. In the report, Johnson is listed as witness 101 in a recent interview with the Washington Post. He stood by his story that Brown had put his hands in the air, but that Wilson approached him with his weapon drawn and shot him. The Justice Department report, citing witness statements, said Johnson did not appear to be in a position to see what happened because he fled as soon as the first shots were fired. Oh, God. Oh, this is comedy. Alright, so he did not see Brown's friend, Witness 101, at any time during the incident until Witness 101 came out of nowhere shouting, "They just killed him." The witness first saw Brown's friend, Witness 101, when he took off running as soon as the first 2 shots were fired. She never saw him again. The report added, other witnesses who have suggested that Brown was shot with his hands up in surrender have either recanted their statements, such as Witness 119 and 125, provided inconsistent statements, such as 124, or have provided accounts that are verifiably untrue, such as Witnesses 121, 139, and 132. The report said the ballistics analysis showed off that the officer fired a total of 12 shots, 2 from his vehicle and 10 from the roadway, in 3 gunshot volleys. The autopsy found Wilson's shots struck Brown as few as 6 or many as 8 times, killing him. But the report said there is no credible evidence to refute Wilson's stated subjective belief that he was acting in self-defense. We reportedly sought comment from the Harris and Warren campaigns but did not get a response. We should note that 2 other presidential contenders, Senators Cory Booker and Kristen Gillibrand, accurately said that Brown was killed by Wilson in their anniversary tweets. Jesus Christ. Anyway, so look, a lot of times these reports like to point out how many shots were fired. What they don't understand, because they don't know police procedure, they don't understand use of force, they don't understand the law, all they know is fake news, right? So, bullet count is usually irrelevant to these situations because you're not trained to shoot somebody a specific amount of times. You're trained to shoot until the threat is eliminated, right? So if someone's shooting at you or they're pointing a gun at you, you shoot until that gun's no longer pointed at you and it no longer poses a threat to your life. Okay? You don't shoot 2 times, wait, and then see if he shoots back, and then shoot another 2 times, and then wait. It's fucking just made up bullshit that people get from Hollywood. It's insane. It's fucking insane, dude. Like, I love all these people judging the shit that have no clue what the fuck they're talking about. Yet everyone believes them right off the bat. For some reason, only with cops have I noticed this. There's no other profession that people just judge right off the bat in mass amounts and think they know everything about what somebody should have did besides law enforcement. I can't think of any other career that gets judged like that. And I think there's a lot of factors into play for that. The fact that people hate cops. They're easy to hate. They tell you what to do. They control you. They give you tickets. And that's the only part you see of them. You don't see out there all day long while they're protecting your community. You don't see what they do every single fucking day. Okay? You just get maybe that 1 or 2 incidents during your lifetime where they help you out directly. But indirectly, they're helping you out every fucking day in enormous ways. And just because you don't see that, you assume that all they do is bad things, or not bad things, but negative things, right? So that's why it's so easy to hate cops. And that's why people hate cops for the most reason. And then you got cultures and music promoting the fact that they hate cops, that trying to make them look bad, and people like worship these celebrities, they believe every word that comes out of their mouth. So when they're talking shit about cops because they think they're cool and shit, it just fucking is bad for everybody, and it creates this horrible rhetoric that is going around about law enforcement. But there's so many factors into that too. Mostly the main factor is the media. The media lies all the time to people, furthering this Marxist agenda that BLM has come up with and have been doing for a long time. People are just now it's in the forefront of everybody's mind, but it's been on my mind for quite some fucking time. I've been breaking down these shootings for a long time. I've been dealing with people trying to tell me that cops are racist, America's systemically racist, all this bullshit. I've been dealing with this for years and years and years and years. And now people are finally coming to notice it, right? And it kind of feels good, even though everything's so bad right now. It feels good that these issues are coming to light, because what's going to happen is the truth is going to prevail, right? I guarantee the truth will prevail. So it's already starting to. Breonna Taylor, cops were good, did their job correctly, right? Yeah, one guy got charged with negligent shooting or something like that because some bullets went into an apartment nearby. Didn't hurt anybody, didn't hit anybody. Shit happens. Bullets ricochet. They fly around. Adrenaline's pumping. Shit happens in shootouts, dude. He started that. When he shot at the cops, that's what called for them to shoot back. And that's why that apartment got hit. Okay? That's his fault, But because they got lawyers and good lawyers and shit, they were able to charge one of the cops with that. But that's it. They didn't charge him with manslaughter, murder, anything like that, because it wasn't. It was completely justified. There's even an eyewitness that said they heard the police announce themselves before coming in. Okay? And knock. But that's for a different video. So maybe I'll do Breonna Taylor next. That sounds like a plan. I'll do that one next. Yeah, so I just wanted to go over that real quick with you guys. Show you all the crazy witness bullshit, because people want to further this rhetoric and anti-cop narrative. So now you're just going to have witnesses just making shit up right and left. And that's what we're seeing here. Now, these crazy leftists, right, that are going extreme with these riots and everything, as soon as a shooting happens without any facts or knowledge, now you got witnesses that are making up bullshit. So they already don't believe the facts. They don't believe what's right in front of them in reality. They're just believing this lie, and they believe it to be true 100% with no facts to back it up or evidence. And then they go and destroy businesses, kill people, riot, loot, all in the name of reparations, right? Everybody owes them something. Sure. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Stick around. I'm going to be putting out one on Breonna Taylor pretty soon. Hope the mic sounds good. Let me know in the comments. If you guys have any questions or suggestions for videos, I'd be happy to use them. Just let me know. All right. Like, share, subscribe.